Guys, Rock and Robbo here, back with some more Banished. So this time I'm not actually playing on the one I had started last time. I am on the one I've been doing in my free time, which has a population of 747 right now. So just got to set that up. Still expanding, so I thought I'd just really show the development of how this village started. So let's start at the beginning, which was this storage barn right here. The first year, that was what I had. I built this woodcutter and I built these 3 crops, and that was it, along with these 6 houses, which were wooden houses at the time. Oh, and I built that as well. Next year I expanded to put these 3 into that, and I started moving this way to build this little area up. Now all the while all these houses were still wooden at the time because I hadn't built this yet. But a lot of the early game was spent, I mean, the main thing I did was build up this little area first. Sort of, if you look up to there, everything down, that was pretty much all the early game, apart from I only had these 2 of these. Didn't have them, didn't have those, didn't have that, I believe, and I had this. But I ran into a problem with stone, so I wanted to start using sort of this area down here as well. So I built the quarry and started building all these bridges. Well, I started building them, but I had them set up at the start because I spent 20 minutes sort of setting up all the, well, not all of them, but a good deal of the trading posts I've got, of which I have 12 going right now. Which, if we look on inventory and we go into items and trading posts, I have 35,000 firewood in there right now. So they're all waiting for a decent trader to come along, and you didn't have any logs. So I've had to slow this down a little bit just so that it doesn't lag horribly. Don't want chickens, they're rubbish. Yeah, I've got 3 lots of sheep and 1 lot of cattle, all with 1 herdsman each because they only need 1 each. I built the schools, I built extra ones just so, because the population just, it'll rise out of nowhere basically at times if you're not careful. Oh, we got a couple more woodcutters. Right, there's one thing I wanted to show as well. Let's see, a house right out of the way. There you go. So obviously they're miles away, so you'd think they'd only get the food from the gatherers' huts and the hunters' cabins, but as you can see in these, they have wheat. They don't, they've eaten theirs. They have wheat as well. It just gets spread out where it's needed. Look at that, they have cherries. I don't know where you've been getting your food from, but you've been doing a bit of a hike to get it. Markets are your best friends for this as well, because a lot of it gets moved around the map by them to various houses and to various storage barns. Wait, what disease is going around? Oh Christ, I can't remember. Was it influenza? Can't remember now. I've let in quite a few nomads from my town hall. I built this fairly early on. It was just before I was about to start trading, because this is great because you can look over sort of, this is your production, so sort of those are the logs I've produced. As you can see, my food production isn't that high really when you look at how much I've used, but I get a lot of my stuff through trade. So all of this food, so you've got the corn, everything basically apart from that wheat I've traded for. And because food is usually used in the order it's listed pretty much, the wheat is just getting sort of growing more and more. So that's why my food supply should be pretty safe for quite a while here. I will admit we've been using a little bit too much in recent times. Also, my logs might look low, but that's only because I've been building tons of buildings recently. Like, I've built, in the last 2 years, this whole area was put down. We built this little bit here, and all of this area here as well. So I've spent loads of logs on just building new buildings. Cool, new merchant. Corn seeds, go away. There's so many. I wish you could just permanently get rid of them, but you can't, unfortunately. So you're stuck with some of these forever and ever. You know, let's get a couple more of these going. Alright, build them. I'm able to put 3,000 in each because, I mean, I'm running 81 woodcutters at this point, so... Not optimal, but I haven't played this in a while, so there's things I would have done differently, but the map wasn't great, especially starting... If you look at where I started here, and it's quite a distance, really, in any direction to get to the river, so it was a case of expanding slowly towards it. This bridge was built more because I just felt like it than anything else. I don't think it'll ever get used by the people, but these little bridges here were quite important as well, just to get this little area built, because I could have built them, but people have a tendency to get stuck. So they'd have got behind these houses here to here, and they'd got stuck around this area, and eventually they would have died. So that's why you build the bridges. And I just love having loads of little bridges going everywhere. In fact, let's build a couple more. There we go, we can build one there. Do these line up? Oh, we can build one there as well. Completely pointless, waste of stone really, but you know, I just love seeing it, so... I mean look, I've got 3 bridges right here. One would do fine. Bridge there. Some of these bridges aren't completely useless, admittedly. Yeah, there's 40 of you. Can 8 of you go over there and build them up quick? Fishes aren't doing great, but there we go. It's a nice supply of 1,200 logs and 9,600 wheat, and that's what carries you through the late game. I admit I usually wouldn't have 3,000 in at this point. I'd probably only have 2,000, but production's been going good. Again, look, 5,000 of that. Some cherries, logs, wheat. Now, you might wonder about wheat, considering I'm farming it as well while I'm going for wheat so much. Late game, ale is a great trading item as well. You can trade ale for 15 units with some of these traders. And that's a hell of a lot, really, when you use just one... I think it's 1 wheat for 1 bit of ale. Because you can use wheat to make ale, so... It just makes sense. Sheep, I don't need any more livestock right now. I would be tempted sometimes, but I've got a lot more leather than I thought I had. Actually, if that's the case, you can start making warm coats. I was prioritising wool because I didn't have much. God's sake, go away with your cattle and your sheep. Logs, there's 1,000 more logs. And there's another 1,600 there. So you see, that's what I mean when I said don't worry about my log situation. I've got tons coming in. Up there, more animals, go away. This is a no animal area. I don't need them anymore. Game's holding up a lot better than I expected, actually. It's this high population recording it. How's the building coming along? Doing quite nicely. Loads of little buildings. This is a key thing as well, making these stone. You could upgrade your old wooden ones to make them stone. Oh my god, well, you're 3 students, but you 2 got busy, didn't you, before you got too old to have kids? Damn. Bear in mind, people age 4 4 years to one, so they don't have particularly long lifespans in this game. Why is it taking you so long to build these? I have 30 stonecutters going, for Christ's sake. I know they're over here. Admittedly, that's quite a hike. I suppose that's the one thing letting this down a bit, but can't have everything. I was tempted to put one stonecutter down here somewhere, but which is possible because I'll use this bit of the river and I'll use all of this down to build up around it. I'm not sure how high I'll take this one. I think I'll probably end up just building along here and along this area, and we'll just see what the population is at that point. I will show you how well it does later down the line, or I might botch it up completely. General goods one. These are my favourite ones because you can just order a bunch of stuff. So I ordered from each of these general ones a fruit, a vegetable, a grain, usually wheat, and logs. Every visit, and now they will bring me so many resources each time. Is it? I've got all the traders in there, so we're putting the firewood in so quickly and actually getting so much out. I need more woodcutters. This is insane. Let's stick some... Where's all the logs getting put exactly? There's a few over there. It's getting spread out a lot, so it's not really easy to... That's why I have big groups of woodcutters, because it's not really easy to know where they're going to dump all their resources. Could put him along here, I suppose. There we go. Put another row there. I think the most amount of woodcutters I've ever had is about 200 on a map. I have got a couple of older maps, I think, saved on here, so I might look at them in a minute. Damn. Put stockpile down. You want stockpiles everywhere you can get them, in all honesty. There's no reason. If you've got a small area, put a stockpile there. Because you need them. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. Please tell me you're better. Food merchant. Again. All of this food. Now, the population is rising a bit, which is why I need these. Why the heck are these not built? You take so much stone to build, it's ridiculous. What's the range of that? Putting an aquarium up there wouldn't fix anything. Can we get it in reasonably? What the hell is that? Oh shit, I didn't mean to put that there. Although it will show me the line I need to put it in with. We'll actually put it there, and we will delete that. I don't think I can get a straight shot road to it, can I? Nope. That sucks. I don't think you can put a tunnel on that bit either. I put tunnels pretty much anywhere I can as well, just to aid movement a bit. Sort of there to there. You don't need tunnels in general, but if you look, I mean, I've put them just in all these places because it helps your people move around so much quicker. Especially on a map that's sort of dominated, really, by these big mountains, so... Put that to there. Okay, everything's looking solid. Everything's looking good. I need to put the road all around this. Stupid bloody trees and crap getting in the way. And there we go. That should be good enough to leave that on its own. I don't need any more tools at the minute. I don't really need any clothes at the minute, but I'm not going to stop pumping them out. It just takes so much stone to build anything. In fact, should we... There we go. We'll put a few more up. They all need to be built sooner or later anyway. And I'd like to get them up and running now, just because we are looking good on the firewood. So I say, if you check, you can check on here again. Oh, you can look at stuff in homes as well. So as you can see, people have been taking a lot of food to their houses. But that's all the stuff I've got in trading posts. I've got all that firewood and then some. I've got iron in there. Why have I got iron in one of them? That's weird. I haven't told them. And stone. What does that mean in these? 35. Yeah, that means them, doesn't it? That's a bit misleading. I've never noticed that before. But nah, tons of food. It's later game. It becomes more about just managing your resources and making sure your trading posts are effective and efficient in their use. We got max of them. Max. I've got everything max, didn't I? Pretty much. Oh, we can get another 12 vendors. I'll get another blacksmith going just in case. You can never have too many tools, so that's no, like I said, there's things I would do differently, but because of little mountain bits like that and this and that, it really makes it difficult to build up. So there's not really any of the little bridges I can build at the minute either, because we don't need any. I mean, I built one there just to link us up to here. Actually, the labourers need something to do, so let's just have them gather all that. It'll take them bloody ages and ages and ages to do it, but it gives them something to do, and they can prioritise that, so they actually have a place to dump all the stuff. No, I just love this place. Oh no, Thor! Oh no, Thor's just replaced someone. Thor didn't die. Okay, that's good. Yeah, the big problem with having only so few traders at the minute is that the boats aren't coming along particularly often. Because I think they get visited 4 times a year. Don't quote me on that. I'm not sure how frequently they turn up. Might be less than that. I'm not sure. I've never actually tracked the frequency of the traders. Might only be a couple times a year that a trading post will see one, but it's just a shame you can't stop the ones that are like selling your livestock or stuff like that. Yep, more food. I mean, I need to sustain them. I need to be making about 80,000 food pretty soon. So you can see why the trade is just so influential, because much I love it, you know, you're only getting between 500 and 700 each year from these, and it's not enough. You can never sustain a late game population with just using crops and farms and gatherers' huts and fishing docks. Not anymore. Fishing docks you used to be able to in like the original version of the game, because they were super overpowered. So like these would get you 3,000 food easily. It was kind of crazy. There were some great maps for it as well, because you could start on a map, an island map, where you could get about 7 fishing docks off the start, and you just wouldn't struggle for food ever, because you'd just be making so much out of them. Oh, nice. Load more logs. Yeah, I know. I mean, this is... I didn't do this well when I first started this game. Nobody does when you start this game. You die a lot and you don't know the mechanics or anything. But when you do, near on every time you'll end up having villagers looking like this. So... Oh wow. You wait ages for one trading boat and then they all come along at once. You've still not built yet. Jesus. You have tools as well. I don't buy clerics usually either. Unless it's super late game and I've got loads of resources left over, and because I mean look, the happiness is 4.5 at the minute and I have no ale to help them happy and no churches to help them get happy and no graveyards to stop them getting sad when people die. The only thing that will make people unhappy is if they're getting sick, which is only usually because they've got a crap diet, and we don't. Everybody here is eating a variety of fruit, vegetables, and meat. Like, nobody's going to get sick. Look at them all moving along, dropping off their resources and picking them up. I love the little animation. I mean, the fact that this game was made by one person on their own is just amazing. It's mind-blowing to me. Like, how the hell did someone manage to put something like this together on their own? More fucking cattle. I don't want more animals. That bridge is getting run across a lot. Crushed by a rock. There are quite some horrifying deaths. There was one where it just said was killed by an axe. That was kind of worrying. I had an axe murderer on the loose also. Loads more logs, loads more food. It's, like I say, at this point, this village is nigh on looking after itself. Short of me doing this, basically. Putting 3,000 in there, telling the game to auto-buy. Because as this game gets later, you're going to want to do that, because imagine trying to micromanage so many more. In fact, let's give it a save here. Well, I've got all these other ones, but there's Freemanton. I'll load up some of the others, because I'm sure I've got one that's a lot bigger than this. It might be a bit too much for the game to handle, though. That one looks like that had quite a bit of potential. I deleted a lot of them to make room for new saves and to not clog up my save data at all. Which is a shame, because I had a really good small mountainous map one. Hello! Yep, here we go. 1,800 population on this one. And I have no... Oh, this one I started... Up here? No. Here? Here. I think this was where I started. Although I remember... No. There, maybe. I can't remember this. I haven't done this one for a while, but... 264 traders. You get 6 traders in each trading post. I have 44 trading posts going right now. With 306 woodcutters. Where's my town hall? Where's anything on this map? The fact that this is running at all is just crazy to me. We had one... Oh, there we go. There was a bunch of churches that I didn't need. Ale being traded. Where is everything? This is old because I've still got a lot of wooden houses. But look at all this. Up here as well. All this. I swear, I'm going to just look straight over it, ain't I, at some point? I just want to find out all the bloody figures I've got. It's a big building. Oh, what? I'm being an idiot. I can just fricking go on one of these, can't I? There it is. Yeah, 1,800 people. There's my grass. Population has been about the same. Food's been the same. But as you can see, real spike around there. We have dipped a little, but the population has probably spiked heavily since then. Yeah. That was when food was at its highest, and population's gone up dramatically since then. And I had to do that, didn't I? We don't have any nomads looking to get in at the minute, though. But that's all the resources that we've got in trading post on this one. 4,600 ale. And now, as you can see, I mean, this is the heights you can achieve in this game. This is actually running so smoothly at 5 times speed as well. It's lagging, but I have to say, for 1,800 pop while I'm recording, this is bloody incredible, to be honest. We've got a lot of logs there. We need people. I need more woodcutters, as ridiculous as that may sound. But if you look, I mean, I haven't got the wood near them, I suppose, but oh no, there's a fair bit there. That's what, 3,200 firewood sitting right there, sort of when it's been chopped. And now, like I say, this is what you can achieve at one point. Oh, we're all out of leather, are we? Leather plus wool. But now we got 11 herdsmen going here, so we've got 11 different farms all over. But this is what you can achieve once you've got more experience in the game. I mean, I wouldn't bother with churches. I think I just built them because I got bored, in all honesty. Because I've got enough churches to cover 2,400 people. And looking at that, I just chucked them down because I felt like it. To be honest, I don't want to touch this map anymore because I could probably hit 2,000 quite easily. I have got a better computer since I last tried hitting a high number. The game actually crashed at 2,400, I think it crashed at the last time I on my old PC, but this is better, so this might be able to handle more. And I've actually got the smoke effects going. Wait, mods. Yeah, this is all the mods I've got, by the way. Flatten tool can be quite useful for boring. Where's the... It was right at the top and I just scrolled right past it. Now, taking the smoke effects off does help your FPS a little bit. It probably won't make a difference here because I'm recording, but nah, it's not made a real difference. So, but yeah, this is the potential. I mean, what do I put in here? 3,500 in these to trade. But like I say, this is why you put all the orders on, because can you imagine keeping track of 44 different traders? No. And in this, I really couldn't tell you what I did first, other than... What happened here? Oh! Right, I was in the process because the farms had stopped being particularly useful and I wanted more woodcutters, so this was what I was doing here. Getting rid of all the crops and getting woodcutters to go in their place. Was I doing that everywhere? Yeah, I was. Just made sense. Because a woodcutter is going to get you so much more than a farm will through firewood. So, okay, that explains a lot now why that was being done. But yeah, I'll leave it there. I've rambled a bit on about this, but I think I just wanted to show off everything that could be possible in this game with enough practice. Yeah, none of my fishing docks are doing spectacularly. They will have been doing at one point, I imagine. Wow, that one doesn't do anything really. But no, like I say, I'll leave it there. It's been a lot of fun revisiting this because I haven't looked at this particular map for ages, but I'll definitely keep it saved. I don't think I've still got the mountain one on here, which is a shame. That's not mountain. That's not. No, I've not got my mountain one on here anymore, which makes me kind of sad because I was quite proud of that one. I had a population of about 75 that I'd sustained. And I could have kept growing it because I managed to get a trading post, which is really difficult on a small map with mountains. I just want to check this one and see how this one was doing. Oh wow, we were doing okay on this one. Interesting. Ah, okay, I see why. So this was when I was messing around with flatten tools. So as you can see, look, these were mountains, but you could flatten them, and that's what I ended up doing. Flattened this because this was a river. You can basically flatten anything on the map. What's quite funny is that you can flatten this and yet the boats will still travel down it, so that's kind of funny. Now there you go. So that's what the flatten tool allows you to do. Basically that whole area will be mined and then this mountain will be flattened and you'll have flat land, so can be interesting to do just if you want to take the challenge out of making a big map, which this does, because you can break the river then and make it so that you can put these everywhere basically, just by using the flatten tool on a square or two. But anyway, that will be the end of that. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Hope you've learned a few things. If you've got any questions, leave them in the comments below and I will try my best to answer them. It is kind of hard if you haven't if you don't see the map the person's talking about. It's kind of hard to give advice on it, but I will do the best I can. So thank you all for watching. I'll see you all next time.